everyone. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Blake. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good.
All right. Welcome to Just Me with Jamie, and welcome Cecile. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. So how was your day today, Blake?
Oh, it's been good. Just working a lot. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, that's an inside joke.
Oh, and thank you to Patriots Landscaping for sponsoring tonight's podcast. So, did you get have a really busy day or so or
No, no, not really. Just it was long. It was a long day. What about you? What'd you
uh,
do?
I flew to Georgia for my weekend. Just my weekend home, so
Don't you said you live in
I get to be
Savannah,
home
right?
tonight. No, I live in like near Macon.
Oh, I know where that is.
So hi, Alyssa. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, so I and I hate Atlanta Airport. So everything's going smooth. I had to actually I guess American Airlines and JetBlue kind of merged. So um I had to actually take a JetBlue today, and
Yo, I heard about that.
it's a,
How long has it been since they stopped flying JetBlue?
um well, it's still JetBlue, but American um I think American bought them out,
Oh
or they
shit! Sorry
merged,
about
or
the
they
wind, dog.
partnered,
My
or
bad.
whatever. So I think they partnered. I don't think it was like so somehow they partnered. So anyway, I had to take JetBlue, and I hate Atlanta. Every single time I come into Atlanta, I'm waiting on my luggage for at least an hour. But today was an hour and 25 minutes. Hour and 25 minutes for my bag. I'm like,
Jeez.
it was just crazy.
Yeah, that's
And
probably
then
the worst part of
I
the
go,
flight. Next to going through security is sitting there waiting at the carousel for your luggage to come by.
yeah, I hate that. And then, my phone's been acting up. So I went to Verizon and got a new phone today. And, it takes a while to transfer the all the stuff over. And so I went there, and then they said I would have about 50 minutes for the transfer, and I'm like, okay, well, Ken already went to Walmart, but I was starving because I had an early flight, so I got up at like 5 a.m. to get to the airport,
Hmm.
and so I was starving, and I'm like, let's go over to the Popeyes because I haven't had the Popeyes here yet in town because it's like brand new. It was completely empty. And when it first
Wow.
started, it like was lined up through the road, like to the road and all that. It was crazy. But I go in there and they're all like just talking to their friends, and they're just being rude, and it was like completely dead. And it took 35 minutes for us to get our food. And all Ken did was get a chicken sandwich, and I got a two-piece chicken meal. And I'm like, what the heck? So I go back to Verizon after we're done, and I'm like, are you guys have you guys gone to this Popeyes yet? And the lady goes, no, I haven't, but the guy, and he's like, but he went earlier today, and they are the rudest people. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I will
Hmm.
never go to that Popeyes again. It was
Well,
crazy. Hi,
I don't eat
Candace and
it. I
Michelle.
don't eat at
Thank you.
Popeyes anyway, so I'd rather I'd rather eat at I like Church's Chicken and KFC. I feel like Popeyes is just
Oh,
mm,
yeah, I like Church's Chicken. Chicken.
That was one
KFC
of
I
my
like
first
too.
jobs.
What, Church's
Actually, yeah, so
or KFC?
my first ever job was at like on paper employed was with TNT Donuts, and then my second job was with Chick-fil-A, and then my third job was with Church's Chicken, and I was with Church's Chicken for like, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. I was there for a while.
Oh my gosh. So because I haven't been, I was off for 5 weeks here. I was in my routine, and I didn't take my garlic every day and my vitamin B12 every day like I normally do. And
Yeah.
even though I've been back to work, I haven't been very good at taking vitamins, and so I haven't been taking my B12 and my um garlic. And so now I'm here, and I went outside, and I literally in a minute I got eaten alive by mosquitoes. So Ken just sprayed me down gross
I got some news for
bug
you
spray, but oh
sports
my gosh.
fans. I got news for the sports fans out there. The Oakland Athletics are pulling a page out of the Raiders handbook, and they're moving to Las Vegas.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So are they still going to be Raiders?
Well, the Raiders have already moved.
Really?
That's football. The Las Vegas Raiders. They're already
Oh,
there, and
oh,
the Oakland Athletics, or the Oakland A's. That's their team name. They've decided that they're going to move there too. And the funny thing about the Athletics, they own two minor, a double A and a triple A baseball team, and they the minor league team is already in Las Vegas, and their double A team is here in Midland, the Rockhounds. They own the Rockhounds.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
pretty
like
cool.
whenever so
Hi,
like whenever a
Sam. Thanks
player
for
gets
coming in.
drafted from the MLB, he typically won't go to the team that he got drafted by right off the gate. They'll stick him in the minor leagues for a season or two to get him developed, to get him to the big leagues.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, my
So
boyfriend is here. So. Okay, thanks, Michelle. But yeah, so it was a frustrating day because in Boston, it's like awful. It's awful to drive.
oh,
I
how
mean,
was the
they don't follow the
marathon?
rules of the road.
Were you right by the
No, I
Boston
did not.
Marathon?
Yeah, I did not go out of my hotel because of that.
Was there
I was
people?
like,
Could you see people
it was
everywhere?
not from my view of the hotel, no. And I don't know how
Mm.
close I was. I just stayed in my room because I didn't want to even try to get in there. But I was too. I hate driving in that crap. So today I'm going to the airport, and I look like it's very bad, and it was 5:30 in the morning. So I'm like, traffic's probably not that bad. Whatever. I made wrong turn. I kept missing my. I like made a wrong turn. Ended up having to go 10 miles out of my way. It was the most stressful drive. And then I finally get there, and parking is crazy. From now on, I'm just an Uber. I mean, it's only really 5 miles to the airport, so I'm just gonna start Ubering there versus try to drive and then park and all that. That was stressful.
Well, you've been traveling a lot
If
recently,
if
moving
anybody's
around,
ever,
going.
yeah, I mean, this job I'll probably be there for about 6 months to a year. So it all depends on how quick they can find a permanent person.
Nelly, shut up.
But how Massachusetts is, the state hospital, it takes for someone to be after they get accepted, they have to like submit all this documentation, and it's like crazy, and it's because they're working for the state. So it's like takes 3 months before someone can actually start. So even if they find, hi Lori, thanks for coming in. If they think that they can, or as soon as they hired someone, it takes 3 months to get them started. 3 months. So even if tomorrow they decide to hire somebody position, it'll take at least 3 months to get them at the hospital. So I'll be here for a while. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I
But
I don't. I try to.
but
Anytime that I like, if I'm moving around for business, I don't like it. But if I'm going somewhere for vacation, I find it fun.
yeah, yeah, it's hard when it's for business because you're working so much and then you don't want to get out. And I don't want to go out in Boston. I'm it freaks me out to drive in that place. So I only drive to work and back. And of course, I, like I said, I drove to the airport today, but from now on, after this trip, I'm going to start Ubering to and from the airport.
Mm. Yeah, I don't.
So, Slim Shell,
I'm the complete opposite. I wouldn't. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't mind the big cities. It doesn't scare me or anything. I'm not nervous about it. It's actually it's
oh my gosh.
I like
Well,
the weird stuff. So
well, I'm not the greatest driver. Slim Shell, did you know that's my middle name, Michelle? Yep, that's my middle name. So, did you guys do anything special today, Michelle?
I haven't done anything special. I've just been hanging out, just work and chilled. I cleaned.
Oh, the weather was good. Yeah, it's hot here in Georgia, but when I left Massachusetts, it was like 42 degrees. So I was in a sweatshirt when I landed here in Georgia, and I was like, so as soon as my husband got me, I was like whipping off the sweatshirt. It was so hot. That's
I
the only
bet.
bad thing about going from the north to the south. You get you're cold when you leave and hot when you land. And then I'm
Yeah.
inside and Ken doesn't have the AC on. I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to turn the AC on. And he's like, we don't need the AC. It's not hot. It's only 76 degrees or whatever it was. And I'm like, I'm dying. I left it in 42 degrees. Give me some AC.
How's Ken
So
doing?
yeah, that's about what it was. Oh my gosh. So
I heard about his. I
you
mean, I
saw the
know about his
Facebook post,
foot.
right? Where
Yeah.
he got, yeah. So yes, I have to dress the layers. So a couple of days ago, for whoever doesn't know, Ken got in a rear-ended somebody, and he's already injured as it is from the bus and going through some
Yeah.
heart problems. His heart's like misfiring all over the place, and he probably will have to go see an electrophysiologist, which is a doctor who specializes in the like your heart rate or the firing of your heart. And figure out if he needs a cauterization, which is called an ablation, where they go in and cauterize that spot, or a pacemaker or something. I don't know what he'll need. So we gotta send him that. Well, anyway, a couple days ago, he rear-ended someone, not going very fast, thank goodness, and he has a very swollen, sprained ankle, and so he's on crutches now. Which I'm glad it's not broken, but the thing is, a sprained ankle actually you heal. You don't heal as fast as a break.
Right. You
So,
want it
but I'd
you
rather
want it to be a clean break so that it heals faster.
Yeah, and the bad thing with Ken is that is the leg when he was in his about 21 or so. He broke his leg all the way through the fibula and tibia. I can't even say it. And 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 then shattered by his ankle. So he has a rod through all those bones with screws in his knee, by his knee and his ankle. So
What's the
whenever
bone
he
that
sent me the
connects
pictures,
from
because
your
I was
hip to your knee? That's the femur, right?
that's your femur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
The strongest
where
one, right?
because I was in Boston a couple days ago when this happened. He sent me a picture of it. It looks so swollen. I thought it was, but
Mm.
but and it almost looked like the rod. It was the rod that pushed out. That's how bad it looked. But everything was fine. It's just a sprain. He's on crutches and he's got to keep it elevated. But that's
Man.
also the side where his hip is injured too. So he has, I always say he's the most unlucky lucky guy. And
Uh,
because he's so unlucky because lately he's had a lot of things happen to him, but lucky because he's alive and he hasn't died yet. So
yeah.
I'm thankful for that. So so so, so that's been the crazy week for me between work and Ken's extra injuries and heart problems and because Monday is when I got the call from the cardiologist. So yeah. So where's your sister?
She is. She's at home actually. She's been dealing with my nephew right now. My nephew got in trouble. He got caught stealing at school, and she's just stressing it right now.
Oh
So
no.
she doesn't know how to deal
Aw.
with it. But I
Well,
keep telling her that, me and my nephew, we have a lot of similarities alike. So I keep trying to tell her to just like, I don't know, take my advice about the kid. Like I'm not, I just, cause being through the ringer with it, in my shoes, being where he's at, we have a lot of similarities and things that have happened to us, and similarities in the way we think, the way we act, and stuff. We're both ADHD, and so I just I can relate to the kid a lot, but at the same time, I feel like my family doesn't respect me as much of a like a mature person. So, which is, I mean, whatever, that's fine and everything. I'm not that, whatever. I'm just, I'm not stupid either. My advice can actually go some decent way.
yeah, and he's only 9, right?
Yeah,
Seven,
he's
no,
9.
9, right?
Yeah,
9.
very
So I
very
mean,
pivotal age right now.
yeah, and um, it's hard because kids will sometimes go through that phase of stealing, but that's when you got to try to um either teach them the lesson and show them why you can't do that.
Well, that was my
So
suggestion. I
I mean,
told
yeah,
her I told her to teach him a lesson, and I figured it's a good opportunity for him to get a chance to grow out of his older toys too. He's got a bunch of toys that I know he doesn't play with, so he gathers those up, and I'll just run in there and steal his shit and he'll never give it back to him. He'll learn his lesson. You don't steal from people because it's not right and it doesn't feel good. So I think it would teach him a really good lesson.
yeah,
I just run in there and he'll never get it back. It's not like a time thing. I'm never going to give it back to him. I'm going to steal it from him.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it would be a
absolutely,
good
yeah,
lesson for
Lori.
him.
Yeah,
I mean, let
yes,
me know in
Lori.
the comments
He's gone.
if the people that are
Oh,
watching, let me know if y'all think that I'm wrong for that, but I think it would work great. Knowing how my nephew is and how I was, I never wanted my shit stolen. I never wanted anybody to take my stuff. So I always, I mean, I feel like that would work very well. He'll know how it feels to get stolen from, and he's very empathic too, like me. So he'll learn like, hey, I know how that feels. I'm not going to do that to someone else. So
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, Lori. I was hoping he was. I mean, he was starting to go to the orthopedic doctor, and he got his first hip injection. I thought he was going to start getting better, and then now this. So it's like, oh my gosh, dude. Um, but yeah.
Ken said he
Ken
loved
says, I
it.
love that idea.
Ken says he loves it. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree, dude. Thank you. Oh shit, Cheyenne's
Yes.
here.
And be careful with the cussing. Yeah, Wilma, lesson learned, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Cheyenne. Thanks for coming in, and Wilma, thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, you do have to figure out a way to teach the kid different lessons, right? And like how everything is with that. But um and
Yeah,
I
and
think that's a great
it's not
lesson.
like I'm
I
taking I'm it's not like I'm taking stuff that he plays with all the time, you know. It's I'm taking stuff that he has no
yeah
interest in anymore. It's like it's a good opportunity to purge his stuff while learning a lesson at the same time.
yeah definitely. Lori says, Blake, make him do chores and earn money and pay back the he stole from. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Like, make him do the
Oh yeah, if he
chores and
wants them
like give
back,
money.
I didn't even think of that. That is a good idea. I mean, he if he wants his stuff back, he can pay me for it. That's just as good as me not keeping it forever. I can make a profit off of it too.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, Wilma says you're not being mean like you all said. Yeah, absolutely. But like there's ways to teach kids lessons nowadays. Even, I mean, timeouts I really don't think work very well, especially at like 9 or whatever, because especially if you say go to your room and and what's in the room, maybe an box or something, or whatever, or phone or whatever. so
Well,
so
that's
even
one
if
of the
they
things
take
he
that
likes to play
away.
with the most is he likes to play with his iPad, you know, and that's something that's high in value. And you know, he plays with it a lot, and I don't want to take that from him forever. I just feel like, you know, and he does have a lot of that's the only thing that goes through my head too, you know. It's an opportunity for him to transition into that new stage of maturity to where he's a young teenish. I mean, he's only 9, but like 9 to 12 age, I'm saying, like that's where kids start to grow and change.
Yeah,
So,
and Lori says, or make him earn money by selling his toys and give the money to the person he stole from. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea too.
yeah,
And
well,
it teaches
well,
them.
that's the thing.
Um,
He took it from his teacher at school. He took it from his
ooh.
teacher at school out of her desk and then lied about it. Like, I mean, he just kept digging the hole and digging the hole, which I get it, you know.
So,
I feel like he's real headstrong like me, and once you've dove in, you might as well just keep digging. So,
well, maybe
um,
then he needs to work for the teacher, do extra things. Like if she's a science teacher, maybe wash the beakers or whatever, or do something for the teacher so he works it
you
off.
know, I
However
wish I
much
could
that
say that that
item
would
was.
work or something, but I don't know. I feel like it should. I mean, it's not the person that it is, you know. It's just it's the action. And it wasn't
Yeah,
anything big. It was the ball. It was just a ball or something like that. So I just
yeah. They
teacher could take
take
away
away
something
something
from
from
him.
him.
I don't know, but then the teacher's liable. She's not family. She doesn't have any right to steal anything from him. On me, on the other hand, I can without any repercussion because I know Cheyenne. She's gonna protect her baby. She's not gonna let anybody take his stuff from him. But if it's me and we get it in a cordial agreement on what it is and whatever, I think that would be But at the end of the day, it's my nephew, and that's what he is. He's not my child. I love him to death, and Cheyenne will make the decision she sees fit with her kid. That's the best part about
Yeah,
being a parent.
absolutely.
You have the last say, the overall say, and you are molding this child to what you want to see in your future. So, whatever if you put in
Absolutely.
more effort, you'll get a better outcome. If you put in less effort, you'll wonder what happened, and you're the fool.
Yeah, absolutely. Lori says, did he return it?
I don't know the details of what ended up or anything like that, but um, I don't.
Yes, Cheyenne says, "Yep, that's my baby." Uh, and that doesn't make him a bad kid or anything, Cheyenne. But it's like how like what can we do to you know, teach him
Yeah,
that lesson, like Blake was
I'm not
saying.
talking bad. I mean, Cheyenne, I know that you think that I'm talking bad about you right now. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just saying.
No, absolutely,
I'm just
Cheyenne. We're
talking about
not.
my. So.
Yeah, and Ken says aunts and uncles are very important in children's lives. My uncle was my hero. Yes, and Uma says maybe you both could go fishing and talk about what happened. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, his well his
Laura says
see
my
his dad
oh,
is a true hardcore POS. Like I mean, I just can't. Ugh, he doesn't even know how to spell his own son's name. He can't even spell his own son's name, and that
oh
just
wow.
that makes me so mad, to no end. So that's the furthest I'm gonna go on that. But the kid has a good father figure right now, and I think that he needs to know about who his father is, and right now it's a good time for him to know, because he's starting to understand and know the difference between good and bad. But at the same time, he doesn't really, I don't think he has a firm grasp on acceptance. So he needs a little bit of guidance still with that, and realize that you know this is what happened to your father. This is what he's done. And I don't want you to feel like you don't have your father, because here is Tyler, and he has stepped up, done everything to be your father. And I feel like you don't shelter your children from the world, you guide them through it. Okay. Because the more you coddle them and the more you put them in the corner and protect them from the world, the way more unprepared they are going to be whenever you're not there to do it. You're just setting them up for failure through coddling. I think you need to, like, let them embrace the world and know the difference, and guide them in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. We don't coddle, we guide. We don't
Oh,
we don't we don't
oh,
shelter, we guide.
absolutely. He does have a good role model now for stepdads, and thank goodness for some stepdads. And Lori says my sister stole some gum from the grocery store once when we were kids, and my mom found it and made her ruin the gum, and also made her pay for it out of her allowance, and then she had to return to the gum and apologize to the store clerk. Yeah, not his dad, his bio dad. Cheyenne says yes. Any man can be a biological dad, but only certain can be a true dad. Absolutely. And that's what makes it amazing when a stepfather can really step up to the plate and really be a great figure in someone's life and change them. Hi, DJ, for coming in. Wilma says, my daughter's dad, when she was alive, but not good day, his best friend became her daddy. Yes. But the parents decides when the best time to know things. Yes, Cheyenne, absolutely.
I
Because
guess I'm
you're
not.
the
Again,
best.
Cheyenne, I'm not attacking you at all. I'm just giving my point of view and my opinion on my podcast.
Yes. And Lori says boys need a positive father figure for sure. Yes. And and says kids have to experience failure and broken bones, otherwise they have no knowledge of life. Yeah. And and I've never broke a bone though, and I think I still experienced life. But yes, yeah, we were just discussing the situation. Yeah, absolutely, Lori. We're not attacking Cheyenne by no means. I would never do that to her. She's a sweetheart, and she's doing a great job, and she's with everything, and especially with what was given to her, and now she has a great husband now, and everything is really good. Hi, Joan, for coming in. Yeah, just giving ideas out there for, yeah, absolutely, Wilma. Because it is hard when you and Kenny stole when he was a kid, and Alyssa, when she was in kindergarten, she stole stuff for how they have like the bookstore thingy or whatever that they do for Christmas, where you can go and buy things for your parents and stuff. She stole, like, I think it was a ring for me or something, which was a sweet gesture, but it's like, you can't be stealing this. So we had to bring her back to the place, have her apologize, give her the ring and all that stuff. And she was only in kindergarten then. It's like, what the heck, But her intentions were well. So yeah, kids sometimes don't necessarily know what, like, maybe what they're exactly doing. So yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations to my boy from the Boston Celtics, Malcolm Brogdon, on getting Sixth Man of the Year. Congratulations, you did great. You're playing that role perfectly. You remind me of all the stars that they had in San Antonio with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. Like, you are the Manu Ginobili of our Celtics right now, and I love it. So good job out there. Congratulations, you earned it. You certainly are a starter on any other team, but with so many stars that we got in Boston, your role as sixth man is like we have a whole nother starter coming off the bench. So it's great, man. Glad to have you. We are all in this year to go win a championship over in Boston. And so let's go, man. Let's go, Fighting Irish. We here.
Oh my goodness, I'm not a sports fan, so I'm glad you are. For anybody who who comes in that is a sports fan, so I'm glad you're able to talk stuff. I have no clue. Cheyenne said, I stole a Snickers when I was 4. My mom had a cop come talk to me. I was terrified. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ken says, I tried to get the cops to fake arrest Alyssa and they wouldn't. But didn't they come and at least talk to her, Ken? No, they took her whenever she did steal. That's right. I totally forgot about that. They not only did we take her back to the school, but Ken, they bring her to the jail. It was a very small town of like 600 people or whatever, and so they did bring her into the jail and let her like walk around and to like scare her that way, and so that's what they did do. But yeah, they wouldn't fake arrest her. Oh my goodness, yes, I would have peed my pants too, probably, Lori. Go Bruins. Wilma's a Bruins fan.
Go Boston.
Cheyenne
Go
says, needless to say, I
Boston.
never stole. And Cheyenne says, needless to say, I never stole anything else in my life. Yes, yes, we have been glued to them.
She stole all my stuff.
She stole your. She probably means from like the store or something. Joan says, not a sports enthusiast, but I am Irish. Fighting Irish.
I got a
I'm
funny
Irish
story.
too.
One time I stole Cheyenne's phone right before school. Like, we got into an argument that morning right before school, and so I went to go to the bus stop and I took her phone because we had some argument. I can't remember what it was over, and I'm sitting there at the bus. I'm waiting for the bus. The bus pulls up, and I get onto it, and I see Cheyenne's car coming from the other way, dude. I swear to God, Cheyenne comes up and she cuts this bus off and stops right in front of him like she is the police, dude. And she's driving this little Mazda. It's a Mazda Tribute, is what it's called. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. It looks like it's like a little bitty SUV. And she, right in front of the, right in front of the bus. And she comes up and gets on there. She's like, "Where's my phone? I want my phone." She scared me, dude. I was like, "Here, dude." She scared me in front of everybody. She got off the bus. She was like, "Oh
Yeah,
my gosh."
oh my gosh, yeah, Joan is she lives in Michigan right now. Wilma says, "I'm Irish but love some sports. My dad played hockey back in the day for Michigan State." My cousin was a hockey player, and he played for Anchorage, Alaska team during his college years. He didn't go anywhere after college, but yeah, he played for Alaska in Alaska. So that's awesome. He's from Wisconsin, but on the border of Wisconsin and Michigan, like kind of near Mall of America, so like way up north. So yeah, he's you might as well say Minnesota, but he's actually lived in Wisconsin. But yeah, he played for the 4 years in Alaska, and now he coaches hockey, the high school hockey team where he went to high school. And they've done really good. And I think he coaches kids too, like younger kids. I can't I can't remember, but I think he does. Because I see pictures of unless it's just his kid, it might be just his kids. So he might coach his kids because his kids are pretty little still. Oh, thank you, Slim Shell. I'm glad you're still here. I always appreciate you. Is the Fighting Irish hockey? No, the Fighting Irish is.
It's actually
What is the
I
Irish?
said that's Notre Dame. That's a college team. That's they're the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, that's what
I don't. But the Celtics, they're a little leprechaun, and I mean they say that too sometimes. But our
yeah,
mascot is his name's
yeah,
Lucky.
no, isn't Notre Dame, or the Notre Dame? Isn't that the isn't it football only, or do they have the other sports that, or is
No,
it
it's
just
an
the football
entire
team for Notre Dame?
it's a Catholic college. It's more known for its Catholicism than it is for its sports. I mean, it's not you. It's
Well, I
they play all sports. I mean, they do everything: basketball,
all sports.
baseball. I mean, everything.
I knew they were Catholic college. I just
they're
didn't
just
know
like
if they
any
only
other
did football.
they're just like any other college. Texas, Baylor. I mean, all these teams that have Georgia and any of them that have teams.
Yeah.
They've got a program for them somewhere.
I I just associate Notre Dame with football because of the movie Rudy. I love that movie, Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy went to Notre Dame.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I've seen it.
that's
It's a
one of
great
my
movie.
favorite. That's a great movie. I love that movie. Yeah, Catholic college, but are
Yeah,
into
I
the
like that
sports.
one,
Yeah.
but
Um,
for sports movies, I really even though it was about the Eagles, I like that story about Vince Papale from the Eagles. It's called Invincible, and what's his name played it? Mark Wahlberg played him. It's a
oh
Disney
gosh, I love
movie.
Mark Wahlberg. He's awesome.
It's been a long time. I mean,
Yeah, and
I'm a
I
Cowboys fan, but that story's great. He is just a school teacher, and he's a walk-on. He's a little bitty guy like me, and he's a try hard. You know, he always gave his 100%. So
yeah.
it's funny because
Joan says,
I won a Raz a few years ago, and one of his jerseys was a selection, and I picked it. I have an autographed jersey from Vince Papale, the player, and it's a green jersey. It doesn't say the Eagles on it, thank God. It's just green, and it has his number, and his autograph, and it says, and he wrote Invincible on it.
Oh, that's awesome. June says, I used to do baseball and go to Tigers, but the disrespecting of the flag and nonsense, I quit going. Yeah.
Oh, I could show
Laura
y'all
says, that
something.
story is great. I love that movie.
Hold on.
Yeah, Wahlberg
I've
is
never.
wonderful. I love him. And, being in Boston, my hotel is right next to Wahlburgers. So one of these days I want to go just because I love Mark Wahlberg and him and is it just him and one brother that owns the Wahlburgers or the all three brothers that owns it? Do you know?
Uh, I believe they both own it. Hold on. Is there a way that you can flip your camera in here?
Yeah, you should be able to. I
No.
don't know. I don't know if I know how.
Hmm.
Oh, he has one there too, Joan, in Michigan. Huh. He actually has one in Illinois too, where I used to live. Um, it was close to it was probably only like 40 minutes from where I lived. I never ended up going, but I guess
Oh, here we
he
go.
was.
Here,
Who
I
is he
wanted to show
married
y'all
to?
this. Sorry.
I guess him and his. Okay.
There we go. This is my little collection of my sports and everything that I like. This is what I do with my spare money.
Oh wow.
I buy old vintage cards
Oh wow.
and my favorite players. That's Jerry Rice. It's a little piece of these are called relic cards, and they've got a little piece of their jersey in them that they wore. They're pretty
Oh,
cool.
that is so
This is
cool. I didn't know
this
they
is
did that. I mean, I knew they did cards, but I didn't. They did the like the relic with the jersey. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
This
have.
one right here is my favorite, Jason Witten. It's got four pieces of his jersey and his autograph on it. It's 3 out of 25. Um, it's an
Oh wow,
actual
that
it's
is
an
so cool.
actual game worn jersey. Now whenever they make some of these cards, the newer ones, they'll just have the player put like a jersey on and then take it off, and then they'll cut it up. It's not even game worn, it's just player worn. Which is it's a rip off if you
Wow.
ask me, but now it now it's just cheaper. And this is my favorite card right here. My Larry Bird autograph. It's beautiful.
Ooh, that that's got to be worth something maybe because
Yeah.
he doesn't he own a team now and coach now?
So he's from Indiana, and um sorry. Oh, sorry. This one too. This is my boy Ray Lewis. I love him. He's a goat. There's his autograph right there with the authentication. Yeah, big fan.
Wow,
Love sports.
you you yeah, I can tell. What one of these um, I'll have to dig up my all my cards and everything that I got whenever I was in junior high. Between 7th and 10th grade, I collected
Oh
cards.
man,
So I have a pretty nice collection, but they're all in storage right now. So, but
man, I've got
I have
I've
some
got
good
so
cards.
many. I've got so many that I need to go. I've already. These are all organized by team. I probably got like $3,000 worth of cards in this box alone, and these
Wow,
ones all in here. These are all organized and top loaded, and these ones are ones that need it. And man, I just got boxes and boxes of this stuff. All of these binders, these are all filled with cards. This box has cards in them. This whole box, there's 10,000 in this box and
wow,
5,000 in that one.
wow.
I've got so many of
That's a
them, it's
lot.
ridiculous. I need to go through them if any of y'all are
Wow.
interested. Let me know your favorite team.
Yeah. Oh, you need to like put them in like some like secure thing or whatever,
Oh yeah,
locked
yeah.
up,
Well,
secure like in a vault or something. Look, Wilma says you have a nice setup, and Lori says, "Wow, you've had a lot of fun collecting." Yeah, absolutely.
oh,
It sounds
it's
like oh, it was
it's
fun.
been it's been the greatest thing that I've ever done. It's honestly, it's given me so much like over the years and of doing it, just watching the value of these cards just go up and up and up. And then sometimes they go down and down and down. It's a roller coaster, but it's fun. You know, it's
Oh,
fun
that's
to get them and trade them and do all that cool stuff. So, and I do it often, any chance that I
yeah.
get.
Yeah, because I have about 30,000 cards from the early 90s of all sports. Yeah. And Wilma says, if it makes you happy, yeah. I mean, if it's fun and you enjoy it, yeah, euphoria, Lori, yeah, definitely. But I I enjoyed it back when during that time period, but obviously then I got pregnant at early age and all that stuff, and started dating Ken, and I just kind of obviously stopped. But my whole plan is to um, give Kenny all my cards because he's my boy. He's my only boy,
Collect
and
makeup.
pass
That's what you do.
on to
That's what your
him.
collection is.
Now it's the stuff cards. So Alyssa will get all my makeup and Kenny will get all my cards. Yeah, Lori says that's how I am with makeup and skincare. Yeah, it's so addicting, Lori. Oh my goodness. Like, and I can't declutter. I watch all these people declutter their makeup and I'm like, no, oh my gosh, I couldn't even think about throwing it. Like, I'm so obsessed that I cannot throw. Even if it's like doesn't work or it sucks and and I hate it, I still use it and I can't throw it away because I'm like, I can't throw this away. I'm just weird, I guess. I don't know. I got a problem.
Yeah.
You were just shopping today, Lori? Oh my goodness. I'm on a no buy right now. My hotel is literally right across the street from like the parking lot from an Ulta. And so Ken's like that. He's like, you gotta find a hotel. Jay, you can't be in that hotel. I want my house. You gotta change hotels. And I'm like, it'll be okay, Ken. And yes, I feel like I'm throwing away money. Exactly, Lori. Um, but but anyway, so I stay. I haven't walked into the Ulta yet because I know if I walk in, I just window shop with makeup. I'll end up buying something. But especially when I was out of work for 5 weeks, and no paycheck, and Ken's obviously not working. It was really really difficult the 5 weeks. So I definitely cannot buy makeup right now. I do still have my Ipsy subscriptions, but I canceled everything else. Well, actually, I take that back. I already paid for my FabFitFun for the year, and I have my Ipsy subscriptions, and then I have Ken's Battle Box, and that's about it. But I used to have like a lot of subscription boxes. So meltdown, yes, Wilma. So I've cut back way back, and I feel kind of bad because my first impressions Fridays, I wanted all the subscription boxes because so then on my Fridays I can do product reviews for people for first impressions, but it it's gonna have to be very minimal now. I just can't afford it. So yes,
Well,
I'm still doing
I had to
Tuesdays
stop
though,
buying
Lori.
cards for a little while because I got really down the rabbit hole and started buying and purging and I had to really really back off because it was becoming too much. I spent a lot of money
Yes,
on cards.
yes. Um, yes, I'm still doing Tutor Tuesdays. I'm still doing all of them, Lori. The last 2 weeks though, I didn't really have anything for Monday and Wednesdays because Just a
Wait,
lot
what?
going on between
Cheyenne,
Ken and all that.
I got pre-approved for a home? When?
Maybe we proved to you. So maybe
Did you
find
do
out.
it
She's
for
like,
me?
yep, she needs to get a home.
Well, thank you for letting me know I got pre-approved. I didn't even know.
Congratulations, Blake. So Michelle
Thank
says
you.
you are. So Michelle says you are on a no buy. How long can you last? I don't know. So Michelle, it's been very, very hard for me.
You can't buy no
It's
makeup, damn it.
I. I'm going through withdrawals. It's been a long time since I bought makeup, like maybe a couple months, other than my subscription boxes. And actually, oh, Cheyenne goes, I guess you lied to mom. Uh-oh.
Oh God.
It's been very hard, Lori.
I
When,
never
oh
lied to
my gosh,
mom.
it's been very difficult. Oh, damn it, you dear.
Do y'all want to see? Look, I'm finna really let y'all know me right now. Here you go. This is what happened right here. So we all know this right here is my credit score report that I got from when I went to go see if I could get pre-approved for a home. And unfortunately, I cannot because I have a couple of these things that are on here that I need to pay for right here on this little section, you see. And so, until I get those paid off and my credit goes back up, then they said that they would be able to do it with me. So, as of right now, I am not in the best hands as far as my credit score goes. I think it's like a 599. It's really bad.
Yeah, I actually am going through a company that helps like clean up your credit and all that, so I can get a construction loan and buy our house. And then we were in the middle of that, and then I didn't have a job for 5 weeks, and so put that on hold. So we're gonna just hold off a little bit on the building a house and all that. Yeah, you are doing good, Blake. Wilma says, I went through that last year being in the hospital and rehab and learning life all over. Oh my goodness, Wilma, I'm so sorry for that. I hope you're doing better. We'll keep you in our prayers for that. And hopefully, things will start getting better for you as well. Yeah, absolutely, Cheyenne. You're doing good, Blake. I mean, you're only 25 years old. You're a young kid. You're not as old
26.
as me. So. Oh, 26. That's right. You just had a birthday a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes. I keep thinking you're still 25.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it just takes time. It takes time, Blake. So don't worry about that. But all right, you guys, I have to get on TSM's podcast in about 5 minutes. So, do you have any last words, Blake?
Say them for me. You already know.
Always be yourself is what he always says.
I say
Lori says
support
quarter
your
of a
small
century old plus
business.
one. Oh yeah, that too. I'm
That's
sorry, I
what you
forgot. Yes,
say.
and thank you to Patriots. Yes, and thank you to Patriots Landscaping for sponsoring tonight's podcast. And we'll see you all next week at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday next week. Yeah,
Thanks,
and
guys.
before we go, Ken says gonna throw a plug and check out Dave Ramsey. Yes, exactly. All right, you guys. See you on the next podcast. If you're gonna come on over to the teams, see you next week. Bye.
Bye.